welcome everybody to the new and beautiful clinic here in Boca for Planned Parenthood, and thank you so much for showing your support to Planned Parenthood. My name is Alexandra Mondato. I'm the VP of Development for Planned Parenthood of South Florida and the Treasure Coast. And as you can see, I have something prepared here. I am here to present the CEO and our President of Planned Parenthood of South Florida and the Treasure Coast. But as I was committing this to memory, this is stuff that most people can find out about from our website, our annual fund report, a variety of other collateral materials that we have. I was thinking to myself, what can I share with all of you guys about Lillian, because she's going to be talking about our organization and about the clinic. What can I share with you guys about Lillian and truly embarrass her, so she's going to, turn every single palette in the purple, red, and pink categories. What can I share with you about Lillian that has truly inspired me, and I think I can speak on behalf of my colleagues for the work that we all do. So one of the things that I'd like to share with you all is Lillian has this incredible and quite frank, authentic ability to be able to communicate our needs to the community. With that being said, she also has one of the most incredible characteristics, I think, of a leader, which is tremendous humility. And it's rare when you have a combination of these things in a leader. And I think we all are privileged to have her as a leader in this community for Planned Parenthood. And sometimes those things aren't really recognized. And this year, the Democratic National Committee, the chair, Howard Dean, had appointed Lillian to the platform committee as an expert in reproductive health care. So with that being said, Lillian is, and to try to make it short, and that's how you could also keep it, in Google. You can Google that as well. But with that being said, I'd also like to say that Lillian is a consummate, passionate advocate for the protection of the rights in our communities. And welcome, welcome. In addition to that, she has fought tirelessly to ensure that all in our communities that we serve have the right, the essential right, for comprehensive sexual health care and medically accurate education. So without further ado, I present to you our CEO and President, Lillian Tamayo.
You all know that the testament of an extraordinary organization is really the staff, the board, and the supporters that are here today. So to all of you, thank you for being part of this event. You've been with us for across the 37 years that we've been growing this community. So thank you to all of you. It's just a real privilege to serve as the CEO of Planned Parenthood of South Florida and the Treasure Coast. And I just want to say that we are America's most trusted provider. We are an experienced educator and a passionate advocate for reproductive justice. And it's that unique combination that makes us uniquely poised to be able to serve the residents of this community, these 8 counties that we cover, for all the way from the Keys, all along the coast, up to Indian River and Okeechobee. And I don't know if you know this, the population of that area is larger than 34 states in the country. So these responsibilities that we take on are huge. We provide affordable family planning that helps reduce unintended pregnancies and sexually transmitted diseases. We help detect cancer, cervical cancer, and other kinds of cancer. We create an environment, and I really want to do a shout out to InDesign, our friends Laura and Karen, who donated their services to Planned Parenthood. Same experience as women of means. So to them, mil gracias a ustedes for bringing this gorgeous place forward. So we create this environment where it's safe and confidential and protected for women and young people and men to be able to get services. And lastly, we are vigorous champions and advocates for the precious right to choose, the ability to choose whether and when a woman will decide to be a parent. So as the largest Planned Parenthood affiliate in this state, I was going to say in the country, I was getting a little over it. We served last year about 35,000 individuals. We touched about 100,000 teens and adults through our award-winning educational programs. And our public affairs program is par none. They have organized advocates and colleges and have worked closely with our supportive legislators and our legislative aides who are here in various numbers, and to them I say thank you as well for putting forward health policies and practices to protect the men and women and young people of this state. We have a health crisis, a public health crisis in our community, one that is completely and utterly avoidable. Just last month, and I think it was 2 weeks ago, the Guttmacher Institute came out with a study that publicly funded family planning programs, like the ones we provide here in a clinic like ours, is able to prevent 1.9 million unintended pregnancies and over 810,000 abortions. Without services like Planned Parenthood, we would see those numbers skyrocket, and it would be poor women who would be most disproportionately impacted. The CDC, just this spring, released a staggering statistic. 1 in 4 teenage girls has a sexually transmitted disease. 2 in 4 African American girls has a sexually transmitted disease. These are not somebody else's girls. These are our girls. These are our daughters. These are our sisters. These are our nieces. These are our neighbors. These are our future. So if that doesn't compel us to action, let me give you one more reason why we should. Because it makes economic sense. We know from research about for every dollar spent, you save $4 in for every dollar spent in family planning, we save $4 for costs that would have gone to support unintended pregnancies. Here in the state of Florida, the Florida Department of Health advertises on their webpage that for every dollar spent in family planning, the return is not 1 in 4. It's not 1 in 8. It's for $24 return for every dollar invested. In these economic times, wouldn't we want to expend monies in a way that will really benefit the men and women and young people in this state? So I think you should join us in letting our legislators know that. We have a number of them right here who are leading that fight for us, and we have Representative Rader, we have Senator Deutsch's office, and others who've worked very closely with us in putting this forward. My last few comments. A clinic like this, creating a clinic like this, is a financial challenge, as you can imagine, especially in these kind of times. And I have a very special announcement to make, which is an anonymous donor made a $500,000 gift to open up this clinic. Who prefer to operate in the backlight as opposed to the limelight, wanted their gift to help touch the lives of this community, and urges and wants to inspire other supporters to match his gift dollar for dollar so that we can have other health centers in a time where we desperately need more healthcare access for women and families. So this reminds me that one person has the power to transform a community by creating opportunities and potential that otherwise would not be there. So enough on the comments. I'd like to just thank you all for being standing with us shoulder to shoulder, and know that the challenges ahead are great, but we know that we can overcome them because we have you as our supporters, as our volunteers, as our donors, as our advocates, and as our friends. So thank you. Let's have some coffee and spend some time together. Thanks.